Jai good day, children. In this video, we are going to discuss about do while. In the previous video, we have already discussed about for and while loop. So this video is all about do while. Do while loop is an iterative control in C++ language, and the loop executes one or more statements if the condition is true. But in this loop, the condition comes after the body of the loop. So it is an important loop when there is a situation that the loop body has to be executed, when there is a situation that the loop body must be executed at least once. So look into the syntax of do while loop. So here do is the keyword and that indicates the beginning of the loop, and while, see, you have while at the last with the condition, and you have a terminator there. You know, semicolon is a terminator in C++. See, we have already, you already know how does the while loop work. So while checks for the condition, if the condition is true, then it executes the statements. But here you have a condition in while, as you know, and after that you have a terminator. So condition is given as a rational expression, you know that, and the statements are executed based on the condition. That is, if it is true, the statements are executed. If it is false, no statement will be executed. But see, do has a statement first, and then you have the while condition there. So in a do while, the statements are executed at least once, even if the condition is false, because you go for checking the condition only at the last. You go for checking the condition only at the last. Wait, yes, you go for condition checking only at the last. Okay, so this is the difference between while and do while. See, in a while, we'll also see the difference between while and do while, so you'll get to know more in detail about the difference. As of now, this is the syntax for do while. Okay, so do executes the statements at least one, even if the condition is false, because you go for condition checking actually at the end. And remember, you need to put a terminator at the end of while. Now, this is about the syntax. Now we shall discuss the flowchart of do while loop. So first of all, the loop body is executed. That is, the statements in the loop body is executed. After that, the condition is evaluated. And if the condition is true, the control again enters into the loop body and executes. The condition is true, the control again enters into the loop body and executes all the statements in the loop body. And this process continues as long as the condition is true. And the loop terminates if the condition is false, as in this flowchart. So the statements are executed at least once, even if the condition is false, because where you go for condition checking actually after executing the statements at least once, only then you go for condition checking. If it is true, you are going to execute the statements in the loop body again, that is sure, that is fine. But when the condition is false, the control will come out. But before checking the condition, the statements have already got executed at least once, right? That is the difference between while and do while. Now, the next screen is to show you the difference between while and do while. See, in the while condition, uh, in a while loop, the condition comes before the body of the loop, but in a do while loop, the condition comes after the body of the loop. So if the condition is false in a while loop, in the beginning, the while loop is never executed because you check the condition only at the beginning, at first in a while loop, you need to check the condition. But in a do while, it's not the case. So do while is executed at least once, even if the condition is false in the beginning. Do while is executed at least once, even if the condition is false in the beginning. I suppose you are all now clear with the difference between while and do while. Now let's get into programs. And this program, see this program, this is to display the counting from 10 to 1, 10 to 1 using do while loop. And now see main function, and then you have a variable c declared, and that is initialized to 10, as we are going to count backwards from 10 to 1. And see, inside the do is a keyword, you know that, and you need to write the do and write the statements of do in the curly brackets, and then you need to end the do while statements with the while keyword, and you need to terminate the while with a semicolon. You know all that. As we saw the syntax, you should know all that. Now, C out is to print C. So initially C is what, 10. So 10 will be printed in the output. And then you have an end statement, so the control comes to the next line. So C is equal to C minus 1. So C gets decremented. So C is not 10 now. C will become 9. C is 9 now. Okay. See the output. See the output, 10, 9, 8, 7, see. Now come back to the program. C is 9 now. Okay, now you go for checking the condition. 9 is greater than or equal to 1. Condition true. So now 9 will be printed and end control comes to the next line. And now C will become 8. 8 is greater than or equal to 1. Condition true. Likewise, this will go on till 1 is greater than or equal to 1. Because that condition is true, so 1 will also be printed in the output screen. See, you have 1 also printed in the output screen. You could see 1 in the output screen. Yes. And now C value gets incremented after printing 1. Now, sorry, decremented after printing 1. So C becomes 0. 0 is greater than or equal to 1. Condition false. The control will come out. So this is how a do while loop executes. This is how a do while loop executes. I suppose you are all clear with do while loop. And now let's see one more program so that you could understand do while more clearly. Now, this program, see this program? This program is to get two numbers from the user and display the result of the first number raised to the power of second number using do while loop. Raised to the power of second number using do while loop. So this is a normal mathematical thing, like 2 power 2 is 4, 3 power 3 is 9. That's what we are going to do. You can understand that better when we see each and every line of the program. Now int a, b, c and r. Why so much of variables declared? See here, a is for the first number, b is for the second number, and c is used for the condition in for loop, and r is for the result variable. You can make r as a result variable. So first you ask the user to enter the first number. User is entering the first number as A. Next you are asking the user to enter the second number. User is entering the second number as B. Now C is the counter. C is the counter and C is initialized to 1. And R is the result variable and that is an integer variable that is also initialized to 1. That is also initialized to 1. And now do R is equal to R into A. R is 1, you know, 1 into A, and C is equal to C plus 1, and C is also initialized to 1, 1 plus 1, 2. So initially, if suppose, let's assume that the value of A is 2. If suppose the user is giving the value of A as 2, because you have a cin statement here, where you get the input from the user, you get the input value of A and B from the user. If suppose, let us assume that A is 2. So R will be what? 1 into 2, 2. R will be 2. And C is equal to what? 1 plus 1, that's what? 2. 1 plus 1, 2. So R is 2 and C is 2. Now come to the condition while C is less than or equal to B. C is what? 2 now. And R is what? What you have? R as 1 into 2, 2. 2 is less than or equal to 2. Condition true. Likewise, this goes on. No, sorry. Here, C is less than or equal to B. C is less than or equal to B, and B is the variable that you get from the user. That is the second number actually. So, if suppose you get B as 3, suppose you get B as 3 from the user, let's assume A as 2 from the user and B is got from the user as 3. And C is less than or equal to B. C we already know C is initialized to 1 initially, and it's with this statement C is equal to C plus 1, C will become 2. And R is equal to 1 into 2 is the value of A that's got from the user. So R is 2. Please remember this, children. I made a mistake, sorry, in the middle. But R is equal to what? R is equal to, initially it's 1. 1 into 2, so R is 2. And C is equal to 1 plus 1, so C is 2. And B you have got from the user as 3. And the condition that you are checking with the while, which has a terminator, that is nothing but C is less than or equal to B. C is what? 2. 2 is less than or equal to 3. Condition true. So the control goes in. Actually, you know, while will execute the statements only if the condition is true. But in a do while, already R and C value has got executed at least once. You know the difference between while and do while. Now the condition is true actually, because 2 is less than 3 is true. So the control goes in. The control goes in. Okay. So this is how the do while loop works. And with the last cout statement, result is printed. When you see the output screen, you can understand it very clearly. See this output screen? Now we are asking the user to enter the first number. See, the user has entered the first number as 3. Then you are asking the user to enter the second number. The second number is 4. And see the result? What are you going to do actually? You are going to find out 3 to the raise to 3, first number raised to the power of second number. So 3 power 4. 3 power 4. You know, it's 81. 3 power 4, it's 81. Okay. This is how the do while loop work. Yes. Thank you, children.